Really good. I hope everyone's having a good morning. I'm just coming with you real quick. I'm going to talk about briefly with the disabled individual and the Chicago individuals that actually took this person. So recently we seen a video in which some Chicago natives, 2 women, 2 men, actually went and kidnapped an individual that was a Caucasian male. Now, this Caucasian male actually was disabled. Whether they knew that or not, I'm not sure. I gotta be honest, I'm not sure. Because in the video, you see he's kind of reacting scared as anyone would. But at the same time, if you're watching it and you're seeing his reaction, you gotta be able to tell that something's off, because anyone who's held against their will is gonna be speaking. And this kid's not really speaking. Or a grown man, I should say, is not speaking. He's just kind of cowering in the corner, making noises. So it was very showmanship of the fact that his mind was not all the way there. Now, on top of this, one of the things that I don't know if people really realize, because I'm a follower of Chicago World News, that their taunts verbally were to Chicago World News. Now, this is an individual that covers many topics in Chicago. And basically, he covers topics and things that most people wouldn't. It doesn't even have a race barrier place. Most individuals who are people wouldn't, because of the implications of dealing with the different areas and the different, let's say, lifestyles that clash with the fact he's even involved with news. So there's a lot of things implicating that it was a shot and a taunt at him. Whether they thought they actually had kidnapped him, I don't know. But from what I understand, that was the ideology behind them mentioning that they were using that incident to taunt him, because he covers information and news that is very taboo to our current news system. So a lot of respect to Chicago World News and everything he does. I've been watching for a long time before the name Chicago World News. So much respect to everything he's doing. But from my perspective in the video, it seemed like they were actually taunting him. And that's a very messed up thing, being they just grabbed a random person if they didn't have the intel, unless they were actually targeting someone thinking it was him. So I don't know the details. All I saw was the mugshots and the fact they were mean mugging in the mugshots. Like, I mean, we've come too far to be dealing with stuff like this. And Chicago has enough violence than youngins trying to kidnap YouTubers and different things. I really don't get how that fits into any type of plan to show their hardness, but I don't really get how it's going right now. Chicago's violent already, so when I see things like this, it doesn't surprise me. Matter of fact, it almost makes me think it's common, and it doesn't really come out. But this came out because it was a mentally disabled individual, and that's pretty much where I'm seeing the story at. That it came out because it was an individual that actually was unable to protect himself. So a lot of people took offense. So you can almost guarantee the largest extent of any charges are coming down on those 4 individuals for what they did. They're going to make an example out of them so that anyone else who's involved in this type of activity never dreams to do it again. So this is something that we all need to look at and learn from, that, hey, you know, stuff like this is actually going on in other places. So if you don't have this type of activity you're dealing with on a daily basis, it's a blessing in your life. I mean, because at any moment someone can get snatched up. I mean, it's not like they took the dude in a situation that he could see it coming. So that's one of the things I want to put out there, because I really don't know how the genre's going today. Music is leading a lot of the violence. So with that being said, we could kind of see the trend that's going to bring back incidents. And now we have a president that has certain particular views that fuel a certain objective, and on the opposite side we have an African American culture fueling against what is the governing power now. So we have a lot of indifferences that if they can't get ironed out, need to find mutual ground so we're able to exist around each other, because this is craziness. People getting kidnapped. I mean, it was this individual today. It could have been someone's mother, someone's father. There's just a lot going down right now, so it needs to be kept in mind. And I just wanted to put out there a possible motive for what we have seen, because from my understanding, the PBG movement, and not the whole movement, but individuals within that movement that you see the mugshots of in the link in the description below, they had some type of beef with the Chicago World News individual from videos I even watched last year. He spoke on incidents of them taunting him and having an issue with the type of work he was actually doing. Aside from that, everyone got to stay on their grind, and just keep your mind on what matters. Just stay focused on the goal. There's many different perspectives to take, and I'm seeing people I thought I knew, but I guess I don't. But she's bad anyway. And make sure that, if you're gonna go out, and if you're gonna be influential to the growth of something or someone, that the approach you take is not a defensive approach, and it's more of an understanding approach, because understanding is the key factor of what we're missing. It's the understanding of each other's cultures, each other's belief. Now, if you have prejudices, that's something else that can't be helped. That's your own mentality. That's your own mind. You need to refine to a level where you see above and beyond the physical to understand the mental, and that's how you make your judgment, because it doesn't matter a race when a character's bad. If your character's bad, it's bad. It never mattered the race of the character. So my thing is, we got a lot going on. I'm gonna have a lot more content dropping soon, describing the different incidents, so I'm able to keep up with everything and able to keep everyone else up with everything. I thank everyone for stopping by, tuning in. Remember to leave your comment and your thoughts below. Like, share, subscribe, always. All rights reserved.